as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. So I ordered me up a kidder, found a view and across the sea. I sat down in a sandy drink in my hand and a glass looking back at me. I got a bug in my margarita, seems bad, look really long. I got a woman I'm trying to drink away. I got a long, long way to go. Yeah, I got a long, long way to go.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new face. Johnny Westwood has just arrived on the Costa del Sol here to Marbella, and I'm sure we will be seeing a lot more of him. However, let's take this great opportunity to welcome you, Johnny, to Marbella now. Thank you for coming on the programme.
You're welcome.
And welcome to the Costa del Sol.
Oh, I love it.
Have you been here before, or
Yeah.
you just, I mean, how did you make this big decision to come and live here?
Well, I was living here for 12 and a half years, and then I went back to the UK to do some screenwriting, which I'd got to finish, which I've finished now, and it's in the hands of my agent, and the time now is to come back. I mean, I missed singing my music, to be honest with you. I really missed the country, you know, music, so I came back. I've been here just over a week now.
And what does it feel like to be back and knowing that you're here to stay?
Do you know, I can honestly say I came off the plane and I thought, this is home. I didn't feel back in the UK was my home anymore. So yes, I'm absolutely so pleased to be back, really.
What years were you living here previously?
Well, I came over here about 2003, 2004, I cannot quite remember. And I was doing flybacks before I actually moved here with a comedy show, a country comedy show, which was actually an adult show. It was rude. And I'll be honest, I didn't really want to do it anymore. And so many people kept saying to me, well, you know, you could just do the singing. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. And I love country music anyway, I was brought up with it. And that's what I did. And I changed the show, I cut the comedy out and just did the Legends of Country show. And I've been doing that sort of like ever since, really.
I mean, you certainly look the part. We have here our very own cowboy yeehaw. I've dressed the part, knowing that we were going to be welcoming you. And you say that you've always liked country music. Why? You're English. Where did country come into your world?
Well, when I was very little, I stayed at my grandparents and I used to play their records. And my grandma, my nan and granddad, they were really into Jim Reeves and Slim Whitman and all of those. So I used to play their records. So I actually knew the Slim Whitman and Glenn Campbell and all of those. So I actually knew those records really before I knew pop songs. You know, I mean, this was the thing. And I loved Jim Reeves and I loved Slim Whitman. And the thing is, it's very difficult to get any Slim Whitman tracks that are any good. So I don't do any Slim Whitman in my show. I do Jim Reeves, but no Slim Whitman.
You're going to have to get some local musicians to like actually play them for you, so you get good quality music and be able to bring back to life some of those tracks. And I'm sure other people would appreciate, like obviously you do.
A band. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Nicole. I would absolutely love to be a front and have a band, a country band. There is not a decent country. There's no decent country music over here. There's no country music.
You just arrived. Of course there is. We've got decent country music. And once you get in the thing in Marbella, that's the nice thing, and you meet people.
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be people who'll be just delighted to get involved. You've also done acting, I understand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. But I always say I'm an actor that sings, and that's why, because I started off as an actor. I started in musical theatre. I did tours and TV and film and bits
Anything
and
we'd
pieces.
know? Anything we'd have seen?
Well, I've done so many programmes, and they always ask you what parts you play and things like that. But I did things like from Casualty to No Bananas, which was a TV series. I did another war drama, which was a thing called Over Here. I'd done a few films. I did actually. I'd done 5 films here in Spain, which one of them, the Short Film Festival, which was entered into the Short Film Festival in Marbella, and we came joint winner.
Wonderful.
And some of them are still being shown in Hollywood because they were short horror films, some of them, and they show them at the horror film festivals, which is quite good.
So you've got a very diverse repertoire of what is your goal for here? Just to dedicate to country and western singing, or are there other things that you'll also be pursuing?
I have other plans. I do. I mean, yes, the country show is the #1 at the moment because that's what I'm concentrating. That's what I've come back to do. So yes, that's fine. I've got 2 concerts already booked in for October in Fengarola at the Salon Varieties.
Now, I'm thinking of what a great way. You always think of different ways to celebrate a birthday. I'm already imagining having the, line dancing and a hoedown and all the bells of hay and the group they're doing. I mean, there's just so many ways in a place like Marbella to embrace novelties and fun entertainment things like that you are bringing to the coast. It does sound quite fascinating. Have you been, when you were living here before, were you actually in Marbella? What area were you living in?
No, I've always been up in Fengarola. I have travelled the coast. I've done a few things like Cancelada and all the way up and down the coast, really. And I've been all over, really. But I haven't really done a lot Marbella way, which is strange because of 12, 13 years of living here and working here, I never really did.
Did you need to learn Spanish when you were here? Do you speak any Spanish?
Not really, because I find most of the venues are English speaking where I work, so I've never really needed to. And as I sing American country music, it's just, you're just doing American country music, damn. That's it. So I don't really I do speak a bit of Spanish, but not
as much as perhaps one should.
Listen, I should be, and I'm really naughty. I really would love to learn Spanish. I know a little bit, I can get by, but it's not enough, really. I would love to.
Who are your country heroes of today in the charts?
I've got 3. George Strait, Alan Jackson, and Garth Brooks.
I saw Garth Brooks play in the States. It was
you are so lucky.
And I didn't even realise who I was seeing at the time. I was so lucky.
No, do you know, I got a ticket. He was going to Ireland to do his big tour, comeback tour. I got a ticket to go and see him in Ireland, in Dublin. And he cancelled. It was cancelled. But I've kept the ticket and everything. So I never actually have got to see my idol. He was the reason I really sort of started my country show up, because Garth Brooks was the first lot of songs I learned. Our Friends in Low Places, If Tomorrow Never Comes, The Dance, all of those sort of songs which are really popular. A lot of people don't realise, like the big hit like Adele had, To Make You Feel My Love, that was originally Bob Dylan and Garth Brooks recorded it. And a lot of people don't realise that, they just think it was Adele and it's not. And there's so many good country songs out there that I do that people don't realise are country songs. They think they were pop songs. Like If Tomorrow Never Comes, a lot of people go, oh, do you do that Ronan Keating song, If Tomorrow Never Comes? I go, you mean Garth Brooks? Because it is Garth Brooks originally.
Yeah, I actually have to say I'm a big fan of country music. When I was staying in South Carolina, I would put on Kickin' FM.
So lucky.
And I really do enjoy the whole feel about it.
Yes.
It's very joyful.
Yeah.
But the lyrics remind me a little bit about like flamenco, because it's very much like a story of loss and suffering and pain. And that's very much like the flamenco, very much like, so kind of that, the real passionate feeling songs.
I always say to people, I love doing country music because they tell stories. It's the same with soul music. Soul music's the same, they tell stories. And the modern music, unfortunately, I really can't get my head around, because it's just like 4 or 5 lines repeated, meaning nothing.
Well, actually, talking about that, there are some of our very famous singers whose lyrics, if you listen, I think it was maybe Katy Perry who was saying you're not looking what's going on in the world. You're all dancing around like zombies.
Yes.
You don't realise what they're doing to you. Wake up and get it together. So I think actually some of our songs, our popular songs, are sending messages.
Well, perhaps they are in that
We just
way,
need to maybe just listen behind the beat to what they really are saying, because I do think we could go back to a bit more genuine feeling humanity, what one used to think of humanity in the night.
I do agree, I do agree. But you're right, they do tell stories, and that is, you're quite right, very, very similar, like flamenco, very much so.
So you'll be in the Salon Varieties after the summer. Undoubtedly we'll be seeing you
October the 27th.
Through the summer, and you are available for private events, I imagine, also. So if anyone wants to get there, a shindig and a hoedown, and this sounds like up for that. Well, Johnny, what a pleasure to welcome you back to the Costa del Sol.
So lovely.
I hope to see you many times along our different bars, venues, clubs, because I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. I know we've had a great time with you today.
Oh yes, we have.
We have. A lot of fun. And thank you very much to Tina Hall for the introduction. Hashtag we're better together, and it takes one to know one, as they say.
Oh,
Johnny, thank you so much.
Bless your heart, thank you.
Free taxi 4 times a month and 25% discount on your car insurance if you're the zero hero.
Wearing a seatbelt is fundamental. Even braking suddenly at 7 kilometers an hour, your body will be thrust forward with the equivalent weight of 3 to 5 tons. That's like throwing yourself off headfirst of a 3-story building, and we wouldn't want to do that. We wouldn't do that out of choice. Now, when you're pregnant, a lot of people choose not to wear the seatbelt because it's true that the lower belt can actually hurt your uterus or even damage the fetus. However, there is an adapter now available that is a cushion that goes on your car seat, and when you get in the car, what you do is you put your seatbelt on as you would normally. So you put your seatbelt on, and now you're sitting on your special seatbelt adapter, and then you take the part that's between the legs, which is the optimum position to put the belt, so it's below your uterus, it's below the baby, and if any pressure is exerted in case of sudden braking, it will not hurt you or the baby. But it is fundamental that you wear a seatbelt, because if you don't, you're risking your lives, your baby's life, and that of anyone else who is with you in the car or around you if you go through that windscreen. It's fundamental. Seatbelt first, but when you wear it correctly. And in pregnancy, it's very important to position that belt below the bump so you're all safe.
It's gonna go. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day.
Hello, I'm Rowan Lichfiedl from Laude San Pedro. Following on from last week when we started to care about the environment, last week's sign was pick up your litter. One more time, pick up your litter. This week's sign is help the homeless. One more time, help the homeless.
It's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new.
A big thank you to Velvet for hosting Marbella Now once again this week. It's a pleasure to come here, and if you haven't been here yet, you won't be able to appreciate how wonderful the new menu is. If you have, you'll also be very delighted with the change. It was lovely before, but now it is just to blow your mind, and of course accompanied with pianists and DJs, a really fun place to come and hang out. And in fact, we will be coming here for our United Nationalities of Marbella Summit this year, starting at 10 till 2, completely free, 100% interactive event, trying to put some solutions to little things that come up in our community, often only affecting us internationals that live here. This year, well, there's a big focus on getting around safely, communication within our 127 nationalities and 27-kilometre coastline, looking after those who are isolated and maybe getting older here on the coast, and our teens, 13 to 17-year-olds, do they have safe spaces to hang out, and are our businesses taking an active role in making sure that they're safe? Yes, they are. Come to our United Nationalities of Marbella Summit, 24th of April from 10 till 2, and then a lovely cocktail luncheon afterwards if you would like to join the British consul, the Danish consul, other cool people who are going to be here putting solutions to little things that come up, because we love Marbella, but there are little things that if we want to live here, we need to do for ourselves. We can't wait for the town hall to do everything. They do so much already. Thank you for joining us this week. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and check out radio, TV, my column in the Weekly, everything from our website, MarbellaNowTV.com. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Hasta luego. Gracias.